Hello everyone, welcome back to Strawberry Podfics. We are starting a new fic today, and I will include the ships in the description, but some of the tags include Aizawa adopts Izuku, Vigilante Izuku, All Might bashing, Midoriya does not have one for all quirk, quirkless Midoriya, Hacker Midoriya, Cat Hybrid Midoriya. The cat features are a secondary mutation and don't count as a quirk. Midoriya Inko's bad parenting, Midoriya Hisashi's bad parenting, abusive Midoriya Hisashi, neglectful Midoriya Inko, past child abuse. Shinso Hitoshi replaces Mineta Minoru. Mineta Minoru doesn't exist. This fic does have Bakugo in Class 1B and Shinso in Class 1A, and Monoma is also in Class 1A. It includes the quirkless people with extra toe joints, wear custom sneakers, red shoe theory, protective Aizawa, Class 1A as family, UA staff as family, and it has 184,455 words with 103 chapters, and it is completed. It is called A Small World by emphasis on ghostwriter. Summary. Izuku was shaken from his ruminations by his phone buzzing in his pocket. Alien Queen. I'm gonna buy you an energy drink. A beginner energy drink. Actually sleep. There's nothing wrong with my coffee. Purple. Oh, please do. Alien Queen. You don't have to wait for them to brew or cool off, and they have lids. You can just throw them in your bag and have them whenever. Actually sleep. Absolutely not. Actually sleep. Why do I put up with any of you? Purple. Pretty sure his bloodstream is just coffee at this point. He'd probably just immediately die if he drank anything else. Loud and proud. Because you love us. Actually asleep. That's a weird way to spell loathe. Loud and proud. For that, I'm replacing your coffee with an energy drink in the morning. Actually sleep. I want a divorce. Had the thought. Vigilante Izuku adopted by Dadzawa, but they've been in a group chat for years and never realized it, and decided to write it not having written in like 5 years, so I'm a bit rusty. Other characters and tags to be added as needed. Author's notes. Chapter 1. Where it began. Chat names list. The author said they're going to list everyone as they appear, but keep in mind most of them won't know who's behind the handles for a while. Midoriya Izuku, kitty cat claws. Shinso Hitoshi, purple, but it's spelled like purple. Cat pun. Monoma Neto, I can never say his name correctly. Copycat. Yamada Hisashi, loud and proud. Aizawa Shota, actually sleep. Tsukauchi Naomasa, Hatman. Ashido Mina, Alien Queen. Izuku didn't expect his day to go to hell in a handbasket at 4 in the afternoon. Not quite a vigilante that he was, he had learned to expect that some level of hell in a handbasket could happen at any moment. But he still hadn't expected it to that degree while he was just out running errands. And as it was, his arms were too full of groceries to be able to fight back against the sludge villain, and by the time he'd dropped them, the guy was already forcing his rancid slime down Izuku's nose and throat. He'd always thought if a villain was going to take him out, it'd either be at an ungodly hour of the morning on one of his patrols, not the middle of the day in broad daylight. His last thoughts before blacking out were of Eraserhead, the hero and would-be pseudo-father figure he sometimes spent his patrols with, and just how worried the man was going to be when Izuku just suddenly stopped showing up. Then, he woke up to All Might slapping him awake. Izuku might have had plenty of experience interacting with heroes between spending most nights needling Eraserhead, bonding with, as the hero would have described it. The man had been trying to adopt him for over a year after all, and running circles around any other hero that had tried to take him in as a vigilante. But this was All Might. Izuku could be excused for a few moments of fanboying over the man who'd been an inspiration to him since he was 4. Ignoring the niggling thought in the back of his head about how All Might had signed his autograph before checking on the unconscious victim, Izuku let himself get swept up in the excitement of the moment. This was his chance to finally ask the one question he'd always wanted to. he needed to ask. He'd probably never get this chance again. He wasn't expecting to find himself alone on the roof of some random office building, reeling from the twin shocks of suddenly learning government secrets and hearing All Might crush his dreams with a single no. Izuku stared at the point All Might had disappeared from with his soda bottle-bound villain before collapsing down onto the sun-warmed cement with a single humorless huff of a laugh. Be realistic, All Might had said. Izuku wondered if the man knew what that meant for the quirkless in this day and age. Realistic would probably have him taking the fast route off this roof. Honestly, at this point, it was barely realistic that Izuku was even still alive. Long story short, his sperm donor had left for America when he was diagnosed, and wasn't that a crock of bullshit? That he was diagnosed quirkless at 4, and Inko had joined him 6 years later, leaving Izuku to fend for himself at the ripe old age of 10. It had been difficult and terrifying, but he'd made it work using his wits, analytical skills, and a strong, if hidden, quirkless community to support himself. Somehow, the next few years saw learning self-defense turn into accidentally saving a girl not much older than he himself was, from being mugged, turn into becoming the youngest vigilante, codename Ghost, Musutaku had ever seen. Except not really, because latent cat mutation, soft green furred ears nestled among his curls, extended canines, and claws replacing his fingernails from his maternal grandfather aside, Izuku was still very much quirkless, and very much fell into the vigilantism is unauthorized quirk use loophole. The mutation, for better or worse, doesn't count, and most people these days had some form of latent mutation anyways. He also accidentally caught the eye of one perpetually exhausted underground hero who'd taken one look at the unattended child in a sorry excuse for a vigilante get-up, bleeding alone in an alleyway, and called dibs. It had taken years, but the man was making progress on working his way through Izuku's trust issues, and closer to the day Izuku lets him and his husband officially adopt the kid. All this to say, Izuku had long taken realistic into his own hands, and All Might could shove it where the sun don't shine. The young teen was shaken from his ruminations by his phone buzzing in his pocket. Alien Queen. I'm gonna buy you a beginner energy drink. Actually asleep. There's nothing wrong with my coffee. Purple. Oh, please do. Alien Queen. You don't have to wait for them to brew or cool off. And they have lids. You can just throw them in your bag and have them whenever. Actually asleep. Absolutely not. Actually asleep. Why do I put up with any of you? Purple. Pretty sure his bloodstream is just coffee at this point. He'd probably just immediately die if he drank anything else. Loud and proud. Because you love us. Actually asleep. That's a weird way to spell loathe. Loud and proud. For that, I'm replacing your coffee with an energy drink in the morning. Actually asleep. I want a divorce. Hatman. Take your lover's quarrel elsewhere. Actually asleep. F you, Hatman. Aren't you supposed to be at work anyways? Copycat. What the fuck did I just walk into? Purple. At Copycat. Alien is trying to convince Asleep to try energy drinks. Copycat. Wouldn't that just kill him? Purple. That's what I said. Alien Queen. That's what Purple said. Izuku snorted at the antics in one of his chat servers. This one wasn't actually one of the quirkless servers he was in, but one for a wider demographic of anyone local who faced discrimination for any part of their quirks, latent or otherwise. While there are a few in the group that also knew each other out in the real world, Loud and Proud and Actually Asleep being married, and also knowing Hatman as an example, everyone kept their real identities secret for safety. Not knowing who anyone was beyond being residents of Musutaku didn't change the fact that they were the closest thing to family Izuku had. Quickly typing out his response, he leapt into the conversation. I had it paused because I needed to cough. That's going to be an awkward silence. Kitty cat claws. He wouldn't even have to drink it. One existing within 5 feet of him would be enough to do him in. Purple. Claws! Copycat. Claws! Kitty cat claws. Purple! Copycat! Alien Queen. Kitty cat claws! Actually asleep. Kami. Now all 3 triplets are here. Actually asleep. Attacking me. Copycat. But of course. Purple. What else would we do? Kitty cat claws. I could feel the universe saying it was annoy asleep hours. Kitty cat claws. Alien Queen! Actually asleep. Sigh. Loud and proud. Did you really type out sigh? Actually asleep. I'm being attacked. I'm going to take a nap before my shift starts. Actually asleep. Bye. Kitty cat claws. LMFAO. Copycat. Yeah, seems like something he'd do. Kitty cat claws. I gotta go too. See y'all later. Copycat. Bye claws. Purple. Bye claws. Alien queen. Bye claws. Sad and proud. Bye claws. Kitty cat claws. Bye. Izuku picked himself up off the roof and slid his phone back into his pocket with a grin. He did have a patrol to go grab his gear for, and an eraser dad to annoy after all. It wasn't until the next day that he remembered his groceries. And that is it for this chapter. I will put the, I'm just not going to do that bit. I have to end this.